Hello, everybody. I hope you're having an amazing day or night, wherever you are in the world. The last few weeks have been absolutely incredible in terms of guests. But I mean, look, I don't want to hype up this week's guest, but I mean, like this guest, I had to pull a lot of strings to make this happen, right? And we were just joking a bit before the stream got started, just because the connection differences between us both are so unbelievably insane. So, like, yeah, I know. Um, because this person is calling in all the way from Mary Jo's, but like, I mean, the time was right. The fact that we got this so perfectly timed with the most recent reveal in chapter 1094. If you guys haven't seen One Piece chapter 1094, please do so because I don't want to spoil anything. We're gonna talk pretty in depth about everything. But without further ado, I'd like to go and introduce my guest for today's stream. Ladies and gentlemen, please give us a warm welcome to Saint J. Garcia Saturn. See, I got a bit nervous. I hope I pronounced everything correctly. Yeah. So if you'd like to go and introduce yourself, Saturn, I'd be really appreciated.
Thank you for the warm welcome. I was just speaking with Saturn before I hopped on here, and it must have been close to 800 years ago since I've done one of these podcasts. Or at least nowadays you guys call it podcasts. We called it something much different back then. I won't bore you with the details, but hello, my name is Saint Saturn. I'm one of the 5 Heavenly Gorisei, and I'm here today to go and talk about what's been happening in my life, maybe some details about what to expect in the upcoming chapters of One Piece without giving anything away.
Of course, yeah.
And yeah, I'm just really excited to go and talk to you on here today.
Yeah, of course. And with saying that, I see Ronnie in the chat. Um, please, we're going to be talking about the most recent stuff with chapter 1094. So please, I don't want you to be spoiled. But we are going to be talking pretty in depth about everything.
Shout out to Dax Sake in chat. I've been loving his recent videos, so shout out. Nice seeing him in the chat.
Yeah. Dax is always here. Showing his support. So you gotta love that. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, we've been really excited to have you on here due to the most recent events. Again, Ronnie, if you're it, Ronnie, we're going to be spoiling it. So please, we're going to steer away from it. But for first and foremost, just how about maybe just chatting about what's been going on in your life recently? You must be a very busy man with everything that you've been doing. Yeah. But please tell us what's going on here.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm really sorry if you hear a bit of echo. I mean, this room is very very big. But also, I see Ronnie in the chat. Yeah, please, Ronnie. If you could just, look, I'm not going to be holding anything back. Okay. I mean, I've been pretty secretive for the last 800 years now. Yeah. So I don't want you being spoiled anything. Please read the latest One Piece chapter. It is a real good time. I think I did a pretty okay job. I've been really hyping myself up. I really wanted to make this count. But yeah. Sorry, I got a question right here from Dax Sake. Is it okay if I answer this question?
No, that's totally okay. No, go for it. Absolutely. The floor is yours, Saturn.
Okay, thank you. Dax Sake says, "Do you have a devil fruit, or are you just the devil?" Uh, okay, so look, I don't wanna, the something that you may not know is you see a lot of people who are on here that speculate about us and theories. And Dax, I've seen your theories. I absolutely love your theories. But for me especially, I actually have an open floor when it comes to chatting with Oda.
Oh, really? So you've actually chatted with Oda? That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't want to reveal any secrets from Oda personally. I keep those close to my chest. But when it comes to the devil fruit or the devil, um I've been offering some insight to Oda. I've been offering some advice. Like I wanted to bring some of my own flair to the character. And I want it, and me just not the character, but just me myself. I'm a very devilish kind of person. I don't want Mars or any other Gorosei to see that, but they know me too well. But yeah, I think it may I may have a bit more of a devilish side maybe, and because of how devilish I am, maybe it manifests itself a bit more than you would expect. I'll leave it with that.
Wow, that was a really great. Probably I don't know what I really expected, but I guess you can't really reveal too. Yeah, I guess you can't really reveal too much. But I just want to say, everybody out here, if you enjoy this content, if you enjoy our chat with Saturn today, be sure to go and like and subscribe to the channel. Before I just jump right in, there's something really weird that I noticed. Again, look, I know you're really nervous. I know that you're really nervous. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm pretty nervous too. But when you went into your introduction, I couldn't help but notice that you refer to yourself in the third person. You said you were speaking with Saturn. Was this like a bit of a, is this something that you do? Is this maybe an insight into you as a person? Like, again, look, we know nothing about you. We honestly know nothing about you. I just want to see maybe what was that all about?
Oh, okay. I see already. I'm on here for 2 seconds and I'm already outing myself. Um, yeah. Look, I'm a bit of a confident guy, like and also look, I'm one of the Gorosei, right? So I have to impose my authority over those underneath me. Like I just can't let any of these admirals or any of these. Oh, Lord forbid. One of those marine folk. Oh no, aim forbid that. Um, so yeah, when it comes to me talking, I tend to refer myself in the third person. It's just something it's just been for a long time. I guess it's just maybe it's just me. But each one of us Gorosei members, we have to figure out ways to impose our authority over those underneath us. We can't let any of them show any sort of we have to keep our face. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sorry, but it's a tough gig. Being a Gorosei. A lot of people just think we're just sitting in a room. And I mean we are really just sitting in a room. I won't lie about that. But sorry. Shout out to, I see everyone in the chat. Shout out to Ronnie. Shout out to Terrible TJ. These guys, I've been seeing them in your chat for so long. They've been such a good time.
Yeah. Shout out, Terrible TJ. Shout out everybody. 3-day trip, especially.
Yeah, absolutely. 3-day trip. Shout out to them. But yeah, like me in this room with the boys. It like I mean, thank AIM that I have these boys. I mean, if it was just me, alone in this room, oh man, it would be so tough. But thankfully, we're just there, buying our time. It is a good time. I will say. We know we get along. We have a book club. We read a lot of. It's a lot of AIM's teachings. I will say, because I mean, we can't be we erased all the other stuff. We can't be reading everything else. But yeah, yeah, it is a bit tough. But I won't bore you too much with the details. We'll get along with the chat.
Oh no, that's totally okay, Saturn. I mean, like, again, like I said, the floor is yours. Like, I can't imagine how long it must have been, for you just to kind of sit there and wait. And we'll talk more deeply about, your process in terms of like, your first introduction in chapter 1094. You actually showing your authentic self. I feel I won't like spoil anything. I won't really spoil anything, but it's a bit of your authentic self, I will say. We were talking a bit before here. But yeah, I just want to say that like my personal review of chapter 1094. Oh man, like talk about an absolute banger. I mean, like this recent chapter, and Saturn, I don't want to praise you too much, but I'm gonna be just, I'll pretend you're not sitting here, so I'll just talk with the chat. Like when it comes to the Gorosei, okay, it is so surreal to be sitting here for so long, reading the chapters week on week, and then just to speculate the theories, like we're speaking about how Daksake has his own theories on here. So many people have their theories and do their videos on it. And just, we had our first glimpse with Sabo, just previously in the last few chapters ago. But to get that sort of tease, and then to get an actual full-fledged reveal, like now, is absolutely incredible. And it really just, man, it really just makes me, it really just gives that sense of things are really happening. It is really wrapping up. Egghead has been absolutely incredible. Nothing short. I just quickly want to say shout out to Killer Comedy TV in the chat. And look, as you can see, total hype pirates. We're almost at 1,500 subscribers. That is absolutely amazing. So I want to say thank you to everybody here for just your support. It is absolutely incredible. Everybody in the chat here, all your support, it has been amazing. We got a question for you, Saturn, here from Terrible TJ. If you don't mind answering. Saturn, where's our food supply? I see you're eating sausages. What about us? If you care to go and mention ask about this, it's a very pressed question. Hopefully you can answer it pretty quickly.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Terrible TJ, for the really important question. Now, like, I don't want to point any fingers, but maybe one of the Gorosei members really fancies his sausages. Okay. Oh, he's gonna be so mad about it. He's gonna be so mad. He knows I'm talking about. He's watching this right now, all the way up in Mary Jo's. But yeah, look, I understand you guys are starving, okay? But look, like, we're starving too, okay? We're pretty hungry. Like, times are tough. The transport for goods up and down the Mary Jo's. I would like to see you try to go and haul some sausages, meat, food, water, all the way up here because it's difficult. So, if you could just kindly shut the fuck up about that, I'd really appreciate that.
Oh, oh, okay. Thank you, Saturn, for that. I hope that answers your question. Terrible TJ. I hope so. I hope it answers it. Okay. Anyway. We got yep. So three-day trips here. Daksake, go Lions. So when it comes to sports, what's the kind of sports like over in Mary Jo's? Do you guys have a team? Do you have any sort of thing?
Yeah, the team that we support, I mean, look, we love football. We also, I think our favorite is Davy Backfights. I think Davy Backfights are our favorite sport. But anything that AIM supports, we support. So, I can't really say that I have my own opinion because my opinion is that of AIM's. If we have our own individual opinions that don't align with AIM, we might as well be dead. So, go Lions, I will say. Let me just check. Okay, so AIM does support the Lions, I will say. I may be just saying that in the hopes that AIM does not become on their bad side. But yeah, I'll just say yes, I support that. Thank you.
Okay. Cool. Great answer. Davey Backfights. Who would have thought? I believe Daksake loves that loves that answer. Yeah, so I believe Saturn is a close eye when it comes to the content we digest on YouTube and the content we make. We got another question here. A lot of questions flooding in for Saturn here. It is quite amazing. Again, I love the support. Again, thank you so much for being here. But we've got some more questions here for you, Saturn. Would you care to go and read this one? It's just by it's by your best friend Dax Sake here, one of your favorite YouTubers.
Oh yeah, no problem at all. Again, thank you guys so much for your support. Dax on here. Absolutely love seeing Dax on here. He's in so many live streams. I see him all the time. Saturn, who is your fave Davy back team? The Foxy Pirates? Look. Now look, Dax, I know how much you support the Davy back fights, okay? I know you more than anybody. I know you full well, okay? But you gotta think. You gotta just stay back and listen, right? I'm a Gorosei member. Anything that I say goes, right? If my word has the highest authority in the world, right? So what makes you think that I'm gonna go on here and tell you what my favorite Davy back team is, okay? Because if I do so, that means that somebody's gonna go and rig the bidding wars, okay? They're gonna take my word. This is being streamed live, correct?
Yes, yeah, it is live.
That's right. So if you take my word right now and you go to Sportsbet, any of these bidding websites, and you go and put your money on this team, the team that I supposedly say is my favorite Davy back team, it's gonna screw up the bidding war. Me and the boys have a great fantasy Davy back team that we're going on here, and I don't want to ruin that. I don't want to tarnish that with just telling you guys everything that you want to hear, okay? You just need to hold your tongues, sit down, and just shut up, all right? Like, I'm on here. It took a lot of convincing from AIM to be on this stream. And look, with peace and love, all right? I want to give you guys all the answers, okay? But when it comes to something like that, you just got to really think it through because, again, me and the Gorosei members have a bidding war going on. We have a fantasy team going on here. And look, we don't have very much to do in this room, okay? Like, we only just read, we only just watch YouTube videos, we only watch the YouTube theories that you guys have been putting on because they've been very entertaining. And again, Dax, I love this. I love the videos you've been putting on. But when it comes to stuff like that, look, I can't give you the answer, right? But look, I will say, it's not my favorite team, but I do love the Foxy Pirates, okay? The Foxy Pirates are one of the most entertaining teams. I will not divulge who the best team or my absolute favorite team is because I do not want to rub the boys the wrong way.
Okay, a little bit heated there with your answer, Saturn. I know you're a bit yeah, a little bit heated there. But okay, we pulled that around. Okay. Thank God. So oh my God, the questions of dude. Okay, I gotta take a moment. I gotta take a moment. Oh my God. Okay. There's so many questions flooding in. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy, Saturn. And thank you again for being here. Let me just pick my headphones up again. Okay. Now, guys, if you have any sort of if you happen to have any guests you'd like to see on here, Saturn, he was a really hard guy to get his hands on. All right, he was in hot demand. But if you have any sort of other guests you would like to see, let me know. But yeah, it's honestly been such a good time, Saturn, having you on here, and I love the questions that have been coming in. But we have some more questions for you. We'll answer one more question, and then there's one thing I really want to touch upon, which I've been alluding to for quite a bit of time now. So, Saturn, if the floor is yours, we have the next question from Terrible TJ. Saturn, what's your favorite planet?
Thank you, Terrible TJ, for the amazing question. Now, why did you ask that question? Was it because you wanted me to expose myself or expose the boys as one of the elder planets. If you had told, hey, listen, you're lucky that you asked that question this year, because you'd asked that question 3 years ago. Oh boy, you bet your ass you'd be erased. You bet your sweet bippy you'd be erased, because I can divulge that my favorite planet, maybe a bit maybe a bit of confidence on my end, but I think Saturn is personally my favorite. Maybe am I talking again in the third person? Yes, because I love myself, and self-love is such an important thing to have. And especially in this day and age, with all the terrible things that are happening in the world, in the new world, in all the corners of the blues. Oh man, it's just such a terrible time. And what's most important is, I know that people are starving. I know that people out here are dying, but you need to have some self-love. And for me, my favorite planet is Saturn.
Wow, that's, I don't know. I don't really know about the words about the starving people and the death and stuff, but I mean, in terms, I can agree with the self-love. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. So also there's some, okay, this, let me just hold on one moment. Let me just hold on one moment. Um um I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Are you sorry?
Yes.
Do you realize what's happened?
Yes. Yeah.
Dax Sake just referred to Ian. You know what happens, right?
Yeah, I know, I know, I know. Please, just please, don't do anything. Don't do anything.
I'll let it go this once, because I love Dax. But if anybody else refers to Ian, it won't just be them that gets erased. It will be this channel.
I understand. I understand. Can we please go back to the show?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we have some more questions in the chat over here, but again, I wanna be able to go and just talk to you about one little thing. And let's look. For a long time, and look, we talked about this before the stream started. We had our speculations, we had our theories about this, but I just want to talk about, because now it's out in the open, right? Now it's out in the open. I just want to talk about how brave you were in the latest chapter 1094, about your coming out. Essentially, you came out as a full-fledged demon. So I just wanted to talk about how brave you were about that. Again, we we had our speculation, we had our theories, but I just wanted to say to you how brave you were doing so. So could you please talk to us maybe about your experience, what your thoughts were, how long you've been waiting to come out about this? Please let us know.
Yeah, so I know a lot of you have been speculating. I've seen your theories online. I've seen your videos, Dax especially. I've seen, again, look, Dax is here. But yes, it's true. I am a demon from hell. And I mean, look, I've been a bit shy about it. I tried to come out in the last few chapters, right? I actually was speaking with Oda, and I thought that was going to be my big reveal, right? We were prepping for this, we were on the drawing boards for this, and I was a bit nervous about how it was going to look. So it was really surprising that when the scene happened with Sabo and the other Gorosei members, that it was just my shadow. So when we filmed it, like when we actually did it, I was ready. Like I had the full legs out, makeup. I had the horns all polished and buffered up. It was looking great. And yeah, but this was it. This was it. I was quite nervous, but again, like I mentioned about that self love, You know, I've seen the love and support online. I've seen a lot of people speculating about this, and you know what? It's like I don't need to hide who I am anymore. You know, I am a demon. I will say it. I am a demon from hell. Um, and I own that. I do. And like, you know, I think one of the big things, right, that made me feel so confident in my own appearance. For one, the talking in the third person is very good. I got that I got that habit from Eam actually. Eam talks to themselves in the third person, and I love that so much about Eam. You know, I love Eam to death. Um, but like there was I remember that day. I remember this day, right? I remember it so clearly. Me and the boys were in our room, right? And we were just, you know, like an ordinary day. What do we do? Do we sit around? Do we talk politics? Do we speculate about other pirates? What do we do, right? But there was a new shipment that arrived at Mary Joe's, and it was it was sausages, personal favorite of mine. Um, but on that was some entertainment, and something had happened. It wasn't Ames books or anything like. I mean, look, we have Ames books and we read them, and that's the only thing we read, right? We love Ames teachings. But there was a DVD copy of Monsters Inc. Have you seen this movie?
Yeah, yeah, I've actually seen this movie. It was one of my favorites as a kid. I absolutely love it. It still holds up.
Yeah, so I'd never seen this movie before. And in this movie, you know, you have this story about like the monsters that are like in your closet and they come out and they scare the kids. And I can't and like I'm actually getting a bit emotional, actually, sorry.
No, that's okay. No, it's all right.
Yeah, so I'm so sorry. Um there I mean, there were so many layers to the story, right? You had the monsters, and they've been hot. Like all they know is to scare people, to frighten people, and and I can relate to that because you know, like I'm an authority figure, right? I am here, you know, instilling my authority over others, and that's my God given right, and I appreciate that. Nobody will take it away from me. But when it comes to this movie, you have the monsters, and that's what they do. But they have this soft side to them, right? But it wasn't just that. It was this one monster. It was the leader of the Monsters Incorporated. And he his appearance, his crab spider-like appearance, I felt like I saw a reflection of myself in this film. And I personally had not seen anyone like that before. And I saw that representation in this movie. And look, Disney, Pixar, there's one thing I can really give them credit for, and it's that representation. And when I saw the representation of this crab spider-like figure in this movie, and he was the authority figure, he was the head of the Monsters Incorporated, he was the president. It made me feel so confident in my self-image. So I let the boys know, I let Oda himself know, I let Ian know, I let everybody know that I was gonna do it. I was gonna go and come out as a full spider demon from hell. The time had passed long enough, so I did it. I made it happen, and I look. I just want to say to everybody here, the reception has been amazing. The love has been amazing. I see the videos online. I see Saturn is a demon. Saturn is a Satan demon from hell. Oh my God, Satan! I see demon everywhere. My YouTube subscription feed has been filled up with demon talk, and it's honestly amazing. I feel so loved, so supported, and acknowledged. I feel seen. I really feel seen. And the last time I felt this seen was when Eam went and saw me. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my demon infested black heart. Thank you so much.
Yeah, wow. I'm sorry. I actually got really emotional from that. Like, so, wow. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Wow. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing that story with us. That was really great. And I mean, something I love about that story is like we know so little about you, Saturn. And look, we have an expectation, like we have a vision of what the Gorosei is like, and that they're scary. I can't connect with them. Like I won't name names, okay? I won't name names, but we have other pirates in the series that are very fun, quirky, and for a lot of people, they can connect with them so simply, so easily, right? We understand them, and to be fair, we follow them a lot more in the story. But just to hear your story about watching Monsters Inc., like we've all seen Monsters Inc. Um, to see that sort of connection, to see that representation is very beautiful. So that is a very amazing story, Saturn, and thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you so much. And look, the love in the chat right now from Dax, for instance, you know, I'm glad that Saturn is accepting who he is. That's so beautiful. And I love that everybody here recognizes that. So that's really, really cool. 3-day trip, what holds more power than laughter of screams? These are really interesting questions. I also see Killer Comedy TV saying Saturn spreads laughs. He spreads joy. Um, would you care to mention that?
Who said this?
It was Killer Comedy TV. They'd said that you spread laughter and joy.
What? I do not spread laughter or joy. I only spread terror. I only spread fear. The only sense of joy, laughter, happiness that I will ever spread is my pure, unwavering admiration for my Lord and Savior, Eve Summer. And of my boys. And of Monsters Inc. And of sausages. Other than that, how dare you assume, how dare you speak to me about spreading joy or laughter? I am appalled. I am offended. I am upset beyond belief. I only want to spread fear, destruction, hatred to the world, and Eames' message, Eames' iron fist. I want Eames' dark cloud to cover the entire world from Mary Jo's, and I will happily sit and laugh from above. Do not speak of that word ever again. Shout out in the chat.
Um, okay. I see Dax has got an extra message here for you. He already has the long white hair. So that would make a good joy boy.
Who said that?
It was Dax Sake.
End this now. I told you not to refer to Aim or Joy Boy or Luffy.
I know. I can't control the chat. They weren't told. They weren't told about any of this beforehand. I'm trying to be very careful what I say.
You better control this. Because if you don't, it's going to be all of our heads. And I mean that. You understand me?
Yeah, I understand all loud and clear. I really do. Look, I signed the papers, I signed the NDAs. I understand. Like, we've had this extensive meeting. Like, I have had a 2-week break from having guests on here because I wanted to make sure this was right. I really wanted. I went and bought a brand new microphone so I could have the highest quality production for you. I don't want this to be some sort of kid show. I want this to be done right.
Well, it ain't look like it's been done right. You speak all high and mighty about preparing yourself for this meeting. You know how long I took to prepare for this? 800 years. 800 years since I was on the last one of these shows. And this is the kind of welcome I get? You better fix this right now.
I will. Just, I'll deal with it. It's okay.
Good.
Okay, so, I see some very interesting questions in the chat just here. Australia is getting erased soon. I don't. Please. Hype sold his soul for this interview. I bet. Deal with the devil. Is there any questions? Is there any more questions? I think Saturn. I believe you have some other things to attend to. I believe. So I'll make this a bit short. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Saturn sir. For being on here. I want to thank you for your time, your wonderful time. And is there anything else that you'd like to say before you wrap things up? I know you're going to be very busy. You have some more things to attend to. We were speaking about it previously.
Yeah, I gotta do some important meetings with the other members. We can't keep him waiting, you know? So I just want to say thank you for inviting me on here. If you ever want me to come back, I'll try my best to make some time. It was 800 years since the last one, so no promises. It could be anytime soon, but maybe I could pull a few strings. But I just want to say thank you. Shout out to everybody in chat. Show some love, show some support, like this video, subscribe. He's been having some great guests on recently, and I'm excited to go and see. Maybe we can go and bring Mars on here later. I don't know. He loves his podcast, so maybe we'll see something. So I just want to say thanks again, and I'll see you around.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. See ya. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that exclusive interview with Saint Saturn. I don't know if I'll be having anyone else on like that again. I really don't know. If you guys want to if you really want to see, look, no, look, I'll be, look, the thing with me is transparency and honesty, right? Whenever I make videos on here, I want to be as honest and as I can with you guys, okay? The pressure was high with all of these guests coming on, okay? I've been having a lot of great guests recently. And you know, I had Dax on, I had Joy Girl on, I had Joy Boy, I had JD Legend, you know, I had Volume 1. I had so many incredible guests on the stream, right? I felt so much pressure. I was like, I want this to be bigger and bigger and better. The momentum was high. I wanted to make sure I had the best guests on here for you, okay? So I went out of my way to try and you know, ride the hype of all these guests. So when I reached out to Mary Jo's, you know, I sent them the message, and I said, look, I had, you know, Joy Boy, JD Legend, Volume 1, all these guests on right in a row. That this podcast, this stream was the most popular stream running right now. Like, they saw that, and that was what got them in the door. And I needed to prepare myself for this, and that's why the 2 weeks I was away. But look, I want to make sure the guests that I have on here are the best guests possible. And if you guys enjoyed it, let me know with a like, with a comment. Let me know in the chat. If you want to see anyone else, any other guests, let me know. But I may need to have a break from those types of guests, because I thought I was prepared, but that took a bit of a turn. It really did. Yeah, Killer Comedy TV. I really wanted to know if they were hiring. Yeah. Look, now that he's gone, now that SATURN is gone, I found it really weird that he spoke to himself in the third person. I didn't realize that. I thought that was just an AIM thing. But no, that's a new piece of info. Maybe you guys can do that for your theories. Because yeah, that'd be really interesting. Yeah, man, that was intense. That was really intense. It really was. But I hope you guys have been well. I hope you guys have been doing really good. I'll try to I'll collect myself, and then I think we'll go on to another topic, okay? Oh man, but yeah, I just want to say the latest chapter it honestly was crazy. I'm still processing everything that happened in the latest chapter. It is so surreal to see the Gorosei members like SATURN in the flesh. It is so crazy, and like, that is not what I expected. I absolutely did not expect to go and see that kind of appearance. And I love that they're just leading straight into, yep, he's a full-fledged demon. And yeah, I mean, like, you know, in the interview, he came out, like, he was so brave for doing that. Like, I can't imagine the weight he must have been feeling, keeping that in for like 800 years. He's been in that room. I mean, can you imagine? I can't imagine being in this room for 800 years. Thank God that like the room that they're in is quite big, and they got stuff to do. And he's got his boys. I mean, like, he's got his band of boys there with him, so that's pretty great. But yeah, like, crazy to go and see him out there. And it makes me very, very excited to see what these next few chapters are going to look like. Like, the next chapter is going to be crazy. I just have that feeling. It's going to be insane. 3-day trip saying I'm going above and beyond. Look, I love you guys. Like the support, the comments, the likes, the super chats, the memberships, everything that you do, it means so much to me. And this interview was conducted on my brand new mic, which I'll just lift up here in case you haven't seen it. It's the Rode NT1, and I've got a full-fledged like arm now. That's so cool, and that's all thanks to your support. And it's like the least that I can do is go and say that I really appreciate all the support you guys give, and you guys saying that I'm going above and beyond. I always want to do that for you guys. So I want to make these streams, these videos, the best I can. So I'm loving the support. I really, really do. So yeah, in case you guys want to show your support, like this stream, I'm gonna need some support after this. I wish that this was sponsored by BetterHelp, because this would have been a really fantastic segue into that sponsorship. But yeah, that stream took a toll. I mean, look, I was nervous for a lot of people. Like when I had like, you know, those 3 ones in a row, like Joy Boy, JD Legend, that makes me nervous, because they're like, you know, they've got such big followings, and I really want to make this the best I can. So that was really stressful. But I was like excited in a really good way. I got so excited to chat with them, but I want to make this good, right? And this was it. Like SATURN was on here. And after you know, I do a couple of these live streams, I chat, I think to myself afterwards, is there anything I could have done better? You know, did it go really good? How was it? I mean, that went is pretty much as good as it could have been. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for anyone you'd like to see, let me know. And I'll see if I can organize something, because I think I'll be better prepared for next time. I really do. But yeah, I just want to say, look, Dax, if you're still there, I'm reading JJK, and it's getting really good. It's getting really good. I just finished reading, I think it was chapter 1000, chapter 176. We're in the middle of the culling game. And Utah has had a pretty big fight with like multiple people. It's really cool. It is really cool. Killer Comedy TV. Randy Troy. Funny enough, Randy Troy, I was chatting with. I had went to organize a meeting with him. He was one of the ones I reached out to. I was organizing an interview with him. But the problem is that Randy Troy, he said that he was extremely busy, and he had a really insane schedule. And what's funny was he had a really insane schedule, right? Like he's mentioned, he does this. I was like, wow, he's really busy. Like what is he doing? Like, this is crazy. Like, he has like no spare time. Like he's making himself really busy. Like, what is he up to? And then it was revealed about a week or 2 later that yes, he is a part of the writer's room for the One Piece live action. So I'm like, okay, that explains it. So yeah, I reached out to Randy Troy. He has said he's been happy. He is happy to join the stream, but he's just an incredibly busy guy. And it's going to get even more busy with his, with the things on his plate. But yeah, like I'm on a very limited schedule. Like I only have pretty much 2 days that I'm completely free, to make things work. So if somebody's out of those 2 days, it is pretty tough for me to organize a stream. So when I mentioned these were the 2 days, he was like, hey, look, these 2 days, I just can't. So in future, I think I'll reach out to Randy Troy again and make things happen. And especially now that we have confirmation that he is on the writers team, I'm excited to go and pick his brain about what that process is like. What is it like chatting with these different people in the industry? How that all came together. That'd be really fascinating. It'd be really, really cool. Yeah, 3-day trip. I'm glad that you were here for this amazing guest. I really do. I really am excited that you were here for that. Honestly, I don't know if I'll have Saturn back on again. I think I may have upset Eam a lot with that. If you discover that my channel has been erased, just know that this was the reason why. So just keep me in your thoughts, okay? Yeah, yeah. I'm a bit worried after that. I really am. But yeah. Hey, look, Daksake, read JJK. After this stream, I'm gonna be like binging it more. I really want to get through it. It's been really, really cool. And then once I'm fully caught up, I'm gonna reach out to you, Dax, and I want to have a chat. I want to do a stream. I want to have a chat. I want to pick it. I want to pick your brain about this because I've been really, really into it. I need to speak to someone about it, but I can't speak to anyone about JJK really because it's like I'm not currently up to the latest chapter, and that's what everyone talks about. So I'm keen for it. I'm waiting. Like I mentioned on my chapter reaction, I've just caught up on Bleach, the anime. Been really fun. The last time I read The 1,000-Year Blood War was when it first came out, which was like, what, like 8-10 years ago? So to watch this all again, it's like I know what happens, but because it's been so long, I forget how things go exactly. So it's been really, really fun. And like the animation, the way it's all been done has been incredible. It's been awesome. So it's been a lot of fun. I'm dancing between Mortal Kombat 1 and Cyberpunk. I just went and bought Cyberpunk because the Phantom Liberty pack came out, and all these articles came out about saying how it's fixed. The game is actually really playable now. It's actually really good. And I bought the game on day one, right? And it wasn't doing too well on the PC, so I kind of dropped off. I played for it a bit, but I dropped off. So to see this, I was really excited to play it because I had that itch. I really wanted to go and play it. So it's really cool that I got the chance to jump in and play it. And I'm keen to go and play through it some more, like sink my teeth more into it. It's going to be really, really good. Yeah, 3-day trip. It's been really cool. I'm up to chapter about 176 or so. But yeah, it's been really fun at the moment. It's been ramping up Steam and JJK at the moment, where I'm reading it at least. But yeah, I'll keep this short and sweet, guys, because, you know, that honestly, again, full transparency, that stream really took it out of me. And I hope it was enjoyable for you guys. You know, I'll see if I can get some more guests. I don't know if I'll have guests really as high as that one. I would have to pull a lot of strings, get some contacts to get some guests that are as high profile as Saturn. But I'll try my best to get some guests on here that will create a really entertaining chat for you guys. Because again, all I want to do is create the best content, the most fun, engaging content for you guys. So, with that being said, guys, once again, like the stream, like this video, share it around. I don't think anybody has done an interview with Saturn before. I think because Saturn did say that it was the first ever interview he had done in like 800 years. So that is a huge deal. So if you want to share it around, let me know. So a lot of people know, because I think this is like a breaking interview. I think, yeah, like a lot of what he said is new stuff. So share it around, let people know about this exclusive interview. I hope you all have an awesome day. Take care, and I'll see you all on the next one.